Okay. Mic test. Mic test. I am hoping I am coming through clearly for everyone. If anybody has any commentary, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, hello once again and welcome to another stream from Keobastein. It has been a while. Yeah, it has definitely been a while. I hope everyone has been doing well. Bear with me for a moment as I try to make sure we're on good terms. Okay. Bit of a learning curve, but we're finally getting ourselves together. So I already did the greeting, so I hope everybody is doing well. As right now you can see, I'm on Hunter Nen Impact. Or rather, I'm on the tier maker for it. Maybe you can hear the game in the background. I'm not sure. Anyways, so would like to try to do an update, but let's keep this simple for the most part. I'm trying to get back to the groove of maybe doing streaming and whatnot. Thanks to some support of friends and family and just general motivation and whatnot. I am still your fighting game connoisseur, so my content will still focus on fighting games, but I may start doing a little bit more dabbling into other stuff and whatnot. Like, I do know what games I do want to start playing and streaming a bit more often. I just need to kind of get my RRL in a stable state to where either I can at least try to stream more frequently, not schedule wise, but at least a little bit more frequently. But so at least the reason why I want to do streaming right now because there has been a lot of stuff going on with the fighting games as of late. A whole lot of stuff. Some I might actually do a K-TEIN in regard to that. Actually, I've been doing K-TEIN with Calm Down, which shout outs to Calm Down for being a great co-host and a friend in general and whatnot. So great to that. Shout out to him. Again, go check out his channel from Calm Down at Twitch. So definitely check them out. They do a lot more streaming on the side of they do some general talking points and whatnot. Sometimes fighting game talk, but mostly more on general gaming stuff in general. And I'm personally am a fan of how they articulate their words, and they're on the side of, how should I say this, they're not so much on inside the fandom, but they're not also on the ignorant side of consumer who just mindlessly consume either. So I think they do tend to have a very good nuanced take and whatnot. So once again, shout out to Calm Down and everything. But all right, let's go ahead and get started with what I want to do today and whatnot. And today I want to talk about who I'm going to be playing in Hunter Nen Impact, a game that I was like cautiously like, well, it's my the people who did it's aiding. They do a couple of great stuff from Ultimate Marvel's Capcom, my favorite, Tatsunoko versus Capcom and whatnot. And some of the things that kind of did got me excited was looking like how everybody did had an air dash. So I was thinking, oh, we're going to get closer to Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Okay, you might have my attention. And as far as the IP of Hunter x Hunter, I know my homeboy The Brood really adores this series and whatnot. And I at least watched up to nearly the end of season 1 arc, and it was more or less okay-ish. I want to say okay-ish. It's fine, but what I guess what I wouldn't want to say is, as far as like character lore, like I'm doing the character tier list, but the character tier list is based on who I want to play. A lot of it is going to be due to how I feel about them, and less about do I like these characters as a character, because I know very minimal about them since I only got to season 1 of Hunter x Hunter, and that more or less kind of ends where I think at the Heaven's Arena arc where it's like Gon versus Hisoka essentially, and then it kind of stops from there and whatnot. So the lens I'm looking at a lot of these characters will be through how they are gameplay wise, maybe a little bit of design and whatnot. I know the rules of 3, definitely. Well, you know, say the rules of 3. Like, you know, you try to find 3 things that kind of like align with what you want. That's going to still be more on function. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into. Well, I didn't further ado. Did I? Oh, sorry. Oh, actually, well, right now this is the current fighting game that is currently out, so that's why I'm more interested in that. I don't like to be on the side of other people who like wax poetically. I say wax poetically. Let's say get excited about products that's not really here yet, and we don't really have our hands on and whatnot. Unless the game has a very good initial presentation, for the most part. And presentation Hunter x Hunter was not great, but I wasn't on the side of something gotta look extremely good. It's just rather how does the gameplay work. And now I can say with at least a few hours in, I am a fan of the gameplay so far. At least it's very favorable to the point where I even bought the game, even though I do stand by $60 is too much for this game. It is way too much. It is very underwhelming of a consumer product. By a person who loves fighting game, oh, the game is fucking fun as fuck. Like, that's what, like, Diaphone and a couple of other people think. That like, the game is fun. Don't pay $60 for this. And I'm afraid to say, yeah, you get so much better for less and even more. So, yeah. However, the reason why I am still winning the game, but the reason I still bought the game because it was like, as a game to play, you at least meet some bar of, all right, do I like the game's mechanics? So far, I do seem to like the game's mechanics and whatnot. And characters, like, in fact, that's what's going to be interesting about this tier list, because to be honest, there are going to be a lot of characters that I just kind of I can see myself playing you in a sense, due to how the characters are designed. But you know what? Since we're talking about my list, let's go and get started. So we got 5 categories. We got the main, sub, potential, not sure, and nah, I'm good. To elaborate, main basically means this is the character I'm kind of gonna ride and die with, basically. Like, even if they probably get nerfed or changed, so let's say they get buffed or nerfed, I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna ride and die with them. Like, the only way I would not play the character if they somehow become banned or the game no longer works with them, like they glitch the game out or something. Thankfully, nothing like that has happened outside of, I guess, online being really terrible, or don't say really terrible, but not the most functioning. But I haven't went online. Right now, my experience is all within training mode and some of the theory crafting, which I can see why some people were saying how this game is, you can laugh for hours. In fact, that's what I'm going to say right now. Hunter x Hunter right now, the reason why I'm enjoying this compared to, let's say, Bleach or a couple other games, it's open. Like, it's a very open game that I think some people say either emergent or dynamic gameplay. I'm not sure which is the appropriate term. Maybe I'll get back to you on that, but regardless, I like that I can come up with things and then they may work to some capacity. Like, the game is not saying we won't let this work, or it's at least not so strict that certain things work. Like, let's say certain combos won't work because there's a histone decay, which thankfully, because this game is becoming a very touch of death game and whatnot. But I'm going on a tangent. Let's go ahead and get back to the heart of the matter. My list, main, like I said, these are characters who I'm going to ride or die and probably stick with them for the longest, and I may even like them due to even how their characters are and whatnot. So since we got a whole lot of characters, I'm not going to do the whole preview thing like I did with the Bleach Rebirth Soul video and whatnot. But so yeah, secondary. These are characters who are basically, I got them in the lineup. Like, got them in the lineup, but they can definitely, I could definitely put them away. Like, or rather, I'm not going to be so, like, it's basically, I like, this may be even closer to I like because of their function and whatnot, maybe, or so. It's hard to say. Or rather, these are characters who I am currently enjoying, but I am not so sure if I'm going to stick by them and whatnot. So, or I stick by them. This is a team game, so you gotta have 3 characters. So there's gonna be a lot of characters in the sub and very few characters in the main, because like the mains are kind of like they're probably always gonna be on the team. I can see myself maybe playing 2 to 3 different teams, but there's at least 1 or 2 characters who are like, all right, these characters always got to be in the roster, and it's always on the team and whatnot. And potential are, I see something of interest, but there are so many characters, but there may be something in this, sorry, or rather, how to say it? I could see them, and that could like go to the potential if the sub is not really fully solidifying my, let's say, solidifying my favorite towards them and whatnot. Like they may at least definitely be in the, you at least got maybe one function I like. And I feel like main would be like they got everything I want function and everything. Sub is like, all right, you got at least maybe one. You may at least have a philosophy or strategy that I kind of like, but I'm not sure if that's how you play. Potential is you at least have one function, at least maybe one command that I love, but not enough to be like I want to explore you. Not sure is basically I know nothing about them, either I haven't trained with them and whatnot, and not sure if they even really maybe these are the characters who could kind of go up if I need certain things. Like again, this is a team game and whatnot, so like I don't really like to play restaurant and active, but you do need to at least have like a well-balanced team. Something like someone that can handle up close, someone can handle far away, and someone that's kind of in the middle. Like some characters may be up in here, but just because I do need a character who's like somewhat active, not active, but let's say rush down or miss up to some extent. And the now I'm good is I'm just not feeling them in any capacity, like whatsoever and whatnot. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go do one by one. The poster boy himself, gone. So, since I did see season 1 with him, as far as a character, I do like his blissful, pure energy he has. And in fact, if I even say, a lot of pictures I do see of Gon, I see him smiling, and I gotta admit, his smile is really fucking adorable. Like, it's adorable, it's precious, you want to protect it. And I feel that energy. So I definitely don't dislike Gon in that form of design as well, and whatnot. Now, as him playing in the game, well, sorry, his design, like his actual characteristic is kind of, well, we're not going to turn into one character, but Gon is like the character we get to know the most, and I at first was like, I'm not sure about him, to like, okay, I do kind of like Gon for his purity. He is kind of closer to the Boy Scout character we have in this game. I think it's another character who could kind of sort of be, you know what I'm saying, be the line of boys. Yeah, no, because Gon will, like, in the show Hunter x Hunter, it's a very dark and cruel world, and while Gon needs to kind of have that kill or be killed, he doesn't do it maliciously for the most part, and he does at least seem to go out of his way to help people if someone needs help, not without asking for anything in return. I like that altruism of him. And as far as gameplay, actually, like, he has a couple of things I really like from him as a gameplay and whatnot. He had can we get the game up? Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's do that. Let's get the game up in here. So Gon actually has a few things that kind of makes me really kind of like him. So one of the first things that became immediately noticed was this: a lunging multi-hitting attack. My game is really going to ask. Well, I guess I haven't really gotten all the cachet to work, but yeah, this first thing I really like this move. One reason why, besides lunging forward, so it's good for combo stability, but I love the multi-hit. I like multi-hitting moves because for me, I am not good at hit confirming. Like I haven't developed the skill for hit confirming and whatnot. Hit confirming is basically finding out if your attack hit or not. And because Gon is 14 different hits, basically this gives me at least 3 seconds to figure out, okay, is my opponent blocking or did I get a hit in and whatnot. Now this move definitely destroys scaling and combo, but I'm willing to take that for that, just to whatnot. This may also destroy armors and a couple of other things, and because this is a game you can't cancel, like he doesn't need to stay in there. But yeah, like, that's pretty freaking amazing. Actually, shoot, this too. You know what this reminiscing of? My boy Honda, which I do like. So one of the first things that is going on with Gon, design-wise, is very simplistic, and I am not against that. So there's that thing. Now another thing I like from Gon, actually, is it this one? No. This. Oh yes, this move right here. Oh, again, Gon does have some range. Like look at that range, bro. He has range. And the reason I love this, besides the fact that it brings the opponent closer, and again, I love my range, like it's also very fast. Like I have seen people use this as, not really as a zoning, but more so as a whiff punish and whatnot, and I do love that. So that's the second thing I really like about him. Okay, he also has this in the air. So like, one of the things I'm looking to do if I do play with Gon is to fly around, be an asshat, and then once I see my opponent commit to something, snipe them. Like for example, alright, let's try that again. Yeah, so I want to do something like that, basically. Well, that didn't work like that. Like that is something I really would like to do for my more footsie and whatnot playstyle. So there's that. And then finally, the thing that kind of really make me like Gon is this move. Well, two things actually, but two things about this move. But one, I see Gon stand there and he does that. But there's also a sword version and a projectile version. So that's pretty versatile. But the thing that really is great about that is his armor. He gets one hit of armor doing this move. For me, who really likes to play a brawler / punishment playstyle, that is freaking golden. But then another thing that's great is, as you can see, when he hits, wall bounce. Now hits nothing. If I press the button at a certain time, I get a different property. I think that's gonna be a hard knockdown. Well, no. All right, see how he wasn't able to roll? That means that was a hard knockdown, and that will allow me opportunity to combo. So Gon's charge mechanic has just frames basically as a mechanic. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's something I don't need to work on, but that's actually something I do enjoy. Alright, you see that combo? So yeah, Gon has something called Just Frame. It's something I kind of like that fighting games do every now and then and enjoy, where basically you need to press a button or a command at a certain time frame. It's like how I do certain things like Just Defend in certain games, or like parry mechanics. Well, let me say some parry mechanics have something like that. Like Dead or Alive have Just Hold, where basically if you press the command just as the attack hit and whatnot. Let's say like in freaking and Soul Calibur 6 or Soul Calibur series, Sasuke, like she has a bunch of moves that get stronger if you do it just as a button, or let's just say if you do frame perfect, I guess you get extra property. That's something that I do kind of like as a extra executioner curve that I enjoy in my fighting games. And Gong having a tool set dedicated to that, I do enjoy. Personally, like I do enjoy it. So, with all that said, Gong, he's actually a main character. Like he has so many things going for him that I do really adore and whatnot. So yeah, main definitely. He's not my top main, but he's definitely pretty much there. There's a character I do actually like a whole lot more that I'll wait till we get to them, but really enjoying that. Killua, I had messaged with Killua for a bit, and basically, actually, I'm gonna put him in the nah, I'm good. Like he is almost the antithesis of what Gon is and whatnot. And what I mean by that is, besides like he's like a very edgy character, like he's actually designed edgy for the most part, and bear with me. Yeah, he's like designed to be very edgy, which is not something I've been crazy. I mean, you know, I'm against edgy character. So no, besides edgy character, yeah, I don't like. He's arrogant and not very kind in general, but he does bring a good element to the story of Hunter x Hunter, and he does play off Gon very well. Like these are the bros, these are the homeboys and whatnot, and Gon helps sands off Killua's basically bad boy attitude. So I do like when both of them are working together on screen and whatnot. So it's not like I hate him and whatnot, but as far as gameplay, pretty much just definitely my character. He is straight up the mix-up fiend, I would personally say, or mix-up fiend and whatnot. He's not even really as simple either. Like he's like kind of has an install where his dashes do attack, so he does have mobility. Like that's one thing I can admit. He does have mobility, which I do like, and he actually does have some range and even some good whiff punish ability with like his lightning attack and whatnot. But otherwise, he's definitely not my character by the pure fact that he. Yeah, no. Definitely just not really my character. Like. For the most part, because the more I see him, it does seem like he is the I want to constantly mess you up and whatnot, and kind of just plays a very aggro style and whatnot. Like there you go, he does have some zoning ability, but it's very closer to an aggro style that I am just not really feeling and whatnot. So going on to the next character, Hisoka. So I'm actually gonna put Hisoka in the potential, if I have to be honest. Potential. One, this was the first character design that when I first looked at all these characters, or even looked at Hunter x Hunter, I have seen this Hisoka character like before I even knew what Hunter x Hunter is. And for the most part, I did like it because he has a very distinct style. He looks like a clown jester, has a feminine, let's say androgynous to feminine feature, which I'm generally a fan of. I like that he has pink hair, so I definitely get something close to like a Frieza, somewhat art, like design and whatnot. And from what I understand in the anime, from what I've seen in the anime, he has that cocky playfulness that maybe I could say it's somewhat similar to maybe Ash Chrism from King of Fighters, which I do like. Until I realize he's actually a pedophile. He's a closet pedophile. No, he is a pedophile. Not closet. He's a pedophile. Like he's lusting after Gon. No, not even lusting. He's grooming after Gon, which made me really drop a lot of points from his character in the show and whatnot. But instead of now away from the show, as a gameplay wise, I was kind of like on the fence about him. Like I first was like, okay, I think I like him because of I liked it because his character was at least something I recognized and thought neat. But then when I started seeing how people played him, which actually it is kind of a somewhat well-rounded zoner and whatnot, but I guess maybe this is where my scrub mentality came in. So many people fucking play Hisoka, which maybe to be fair, he is one of the more popular characters of the series. Like, when people think Hunter x Hunter, it's Gon and Hisoka, and then everybody else. Sometimes Killua gets that notice, but it's pretty much Gon and Hisoka are what two people come to when they see Hunter x Hunter and whatnot. So I shouldn't be surprised by that and whatnot. But if I can step away, if I can get over that everybody plays him and whatnot, because in fact there's many other characters that people play. Hisoka does have some interesting tools and abilities that, let's go ahead and bring it up now. I'm not sure if I'm going to showcase every character because I'm not going to try to have this be so long, but yeah. So one thing I do like that Hisoka has is his bungee gum. Is this how this works? Okay, so yeah, see, he does have this, which I do kind of like. Just how he even used that. Now it's nothing like now it's more versatile than Gun because he can use it for whatever he wants for the most part. Like he can just use it to reposition himself or to go to a point. Well, no, it seems like it's mostly just to reposition himself and whatnot. So I do like that mobility he's having. He also has, zoning, and not just one zoning, but several zoning and whatnot. And I do like that when he does hit somebody with his skill like this. Now they got bungee gum on them, I think. Oh, no, not that. Is it that? Well, regardless, he does have this zoning. Well, I know when he does alright, not really explore how this character operates. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, so that's the move I need. Back in this to push that. And then you see how the projectiles homes once they're locked in? Yeah, I think that is a pretty cool, pretty neat tool set. So no lie, yeah. Hisoka got stuff that are at least interesting for the most part. And everything. But one thing I can definitely say I've seen is he definitely seems to be a lot more of the, like, okay, does he have mobility? Yes, Hisoka does have mobility and whatnot. But it doesn't seem to actually be the core part of his game plan. It rather seems to be get your opponent with this and then use it to either extend your combo or to like do something like that. Like basically, it does seem like Hisoka may still want to be in your face and whatnot. Like that does still seem to be his kind of game plan in that regard. So I'm not really sure if I wouldn't want to fully commit to him, but he at least has the potential. I can see some things I would want to do with Hisoka in that regard. So there is that. So yeah, potential. So there's gonna be another character who's kind of in the, I don't know. Here's where we get our currently secondary character, Killua. I say Killua, dear Lord. Kurapika. So Kurapika, as a character, this is like the actual boy scout of the series, probably the main character. I don't want to say boy scout, but they seem to be the closer to the no nonsense of the group. Gon's the pure spirited. Killua is the edgy boy. The other person that's in the group is Leorio, who's kind of just there, maybe even comedic relief. Kurapika is closer to the no nonsense type. Not so stick in the mud of he's not approachable as a person, or he's, you know, above everybody else, but he is that let's get shit done type of character, which I do kind of fuck with. I also like Kurapika's outfit, actually. I do like Kurapika's design, actually, personally. I like that it has something very close to like a, let's say, clergy, whatnot, which actually is funny because some of his moveset show him with a cross, which gets him closer to looking Catholic coded, or let's say Christian / Catholic coded, which I do like that design quite a lot. So Kurapika is really kind of, I kind of like right now, if I watch more of the show and considering, like if I watch more of the show and learn more, it looks like Kurapika really is that, yeah, this is probably like might be my most favorite character in the show wise and whatnot. If anything. Now, gameplay wise, Kurapika, like I didn't see anything that really spoke to me, at least when I was originally playing with the trailer and whatnot. I mean, one thing I did saw that kind of, like, I saw them had like a loop with their super initially, which was like, okay, they have a loop and whatnot and everything. Like Kurapika was at least in the, I'm eyeing them, but I wasn't really sure if they're going to be my thing. But now that I actually, one, I am in the market for a third character. I already know I already know one team that I at least kind of sort of have, but I haven't fully solidified who's my third member is. But I don't want to spoil that till we like get to those characters. But for starters, all right, this move, as you can see, Kurapika has a cross. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. But the funny thing about this move is this heals, and I was really, so I got like, oh, he has a healing technique. So I thought that was really flipping cool. Oh, whatnot. That's it. I'm not gonna reset health gauge. I'm not reset health gauge. I'm not gonna reset that. There we go. Alright, so I thought this was gonna show Kurapika healing. So maybe it's only red life, maybe. But, well, let's make this simple. Alright, Holy Chain. Enter Holy Chain. The Holy Thumb stands to restore your recoverable health. Okay, so it's only gonna work for recoverable health and not for essentially, you know, true damage health, or in a sense, because this is a tag game, so there are some damages that characters can essentially recover from, essentially, if they're like put off the screen. So this is a point character who, like, they can have red life, but if they get a chance, they can start recovering their red life and whatnot. Now, meta wise, or at least currently right now, a lot of people say it's kind of underwhelming because how long it takes for Kurapika to start healing, how long the healing takes, when you could just put somebody off the off the field, basically on assist cooldown, and they will recover much faster and no harm of essentially coming to them. So the actual practicality of this move is kind of suspect at the moment, but another thing that also made me like it, armor. I'm not saying there's potential here. I'm not saying that the move is good, but it's something, and it does have my interest. That much. I don't think it's frame one. If it's frame one, oh, let's freaking go. But I don't think so. Yeah, see. Oh, well, it's not frame one, but it's also. I thought the healing doesn't happen until the whatchamacallit, he started glowing. But no, it's even before he started glowing. So, from rushdown perspective, I don't think that's going to be all that great. However, what I do think may work, at least in my opinion, is something like this. Let's try that again. Is it not like I do think it may work against anti-zoning, personally, in my opinion. So, I think it has some potential there for me for anti-zoning. Not to where I get to punch the zoner, but at least their zoning is going to do little to no effect for the most part. So, yeah, I'm interested in that. But the thing that really started to make me go, okay, I also saw this. So, one, okay, we got that. I didn't think much of it until I realized that range. I'm like, oh, that range is really nice. And then I saw this, and I'm like, oh, okay. So that is what got me going first. The air version can be dash canceled, and from there, Kurapika can actually convert. Yeah, you gotta be on the ball for that though, immediately. Like, yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, it does look like I do need to get somewhat close, but I still don't think it's not too terrible. Actually, there's nothing I do want to check though. Like, okay, yeah, so it doesn't have the other thing I want to like. I can't dash cancel it on block. However, see this special right here? Alright, for starters. Alright, for this move, triple kick, not bad. I mean, you know, triple kick, not bad. Actually, it's a stagger on standing hit, so that's nice. And then on other hit, like, besides being multi-hit, and Kurapika is in the air, so it may go over some low attacks potentially, but multi-hit. Like, I'm very fan of multi-hitting moves. Like, this just makes hit confirm very easy. Now, here's the thing. This is the ground version, so this is primarily just a combo tool. However, the air version, he can dash cancel that. Oh boy. Okay. You know what? We'll just do like this. Like Kurapika can dash cancel the. Oh boy. Like, he can dash cancel that. So again, still maybe feeling like, oh, this is just a you know, just more combo tool, just combo flexibility, which Kurapika does have some flexibility. But the thing that makes me really like this move, let's go ahead and alright, I'm actually gonna get a different dummy because no. Let's just keep this simple. Block all, and can I get him to jump? Yes. The air version, I can dash cancel regardless of air and block, which I think is cool as fuck. So this means I can just basically do some autopilot into it. Okay, did it hit? Cool. Let's go ahead and retreat. Not only that, I can also do that too. Sadly, that doesn't allow me, you know, cancel, but I can, well, once again, I don't have to do the first hit. I can be in the first hit. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not really good as an air string, so you know what? I am going to still need to do the thing I want to do, which is get someone who's actually regular height. Let's go ahead and do Chrollo, since that's a character that is really present in the game's current meta and whatnot. But hopefully I'm still coming through nice and clear. Hope people are doing alright and whatnot. Training opponent, there we go. So silly. So I can do that. Now this move definitely gonna need some layers to be done, but yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I like that. But one of the things that kind of really solidified, but I don't think this has any invisibility as a reversal, but you know, but Kurapika can also once again after this and whatnot. So I am once again a fan after that. Hit or block. It's not. It is dash or block cancel on hits, but if it's blocked, then I wait till the animation's done. But Kurapika still can act afterwards. So like that. But the thing that kind of made me go, okay, I think I really want to just play with this character. That. So I really like how this is. One, this does actually, whatchamacallit, OTG people on hits and whatnot. So this is a move that can OTG people and whatnot. And so I can do something like that. So I can hit the opponent while still being at a distance. So like, right now I haven't really found a character outlet for zoning. Like there is Gon who has a projectile, but I wouldn't say he's a toolkit that is, you know, fully on zoning. He does have long range option and whatnot. But a lot of his long range are also based on I gotta make sure I hit my opponent. This seems good just to like string control. Oh, that's something. Yeah, exactly. Kurapika can do this, and then I can start healing too. So once again, really just liking Kurapika having a thing of keep away zoning and whatnot. Because I don't think the opponent can really do much against this, especially when you like as you can see, Kurapika is, you know, being pushed back with a lot of his moves. I like that Kurapika has this like somewhat retreating game plan, somewhat. So doing that and get the assist and we go to work. Now this is full on commitment. I can't do anything afterwards, but I don't think opponents can really punish too much either. And if I really need to, all right, cool. Now I got my quick gear. Let's go. Hit. All right, let's go to work. So, really feeling. Am I feeling them enough to put on the main? Not necessarily. He is the character I'm looking to add on my team. Oh, here we go. See, I got the. Oh, okay. That healing is actually faster than I imagined. Okay. I like that. And I think I do like actually. You know what? Hold on. Now that we actually got Chrollo here. How do we do this? Okay, that's what I want to do. So yeah, let's do this. Cause I think this is the one thing that is exclusive to Kurapika, if I'm being honest. I think Kurapika has infinite armor. Well, hold on. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I think this is like the only character who has like a move that is infinite armor, if you will. Because the game does have at least a stance that does that, but that pulls your opponent far away. Hold on. Yeah, so Kurapika can try to cancel, but regretfully, it is regretfully. Okay, so maybe I need to try something like that. Alright, enough labbing. I'm getting to the labbing mode. But yeah, Kurapika, that's why I did in the sector, because they like having a couple of stuff out of life from and whatnot. So now, Netero, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Netero. This is actually my main. This is the character that kind of made me fell in love with the game so far, for the most part. Going to keep it quick for the most part. Try to keep this quick, if anything. Easy character selection. Oh no, he's already here. Cool. So, Netero. For starters, character-wise, okay, we got the old guy. Not necessarily mentor, but he's like the leader of the Hunter Association, essentially, in the show, which I guess you could say is like the most prolific of occupations in Hunter x Hunter world and whatnot and everything. He does have the whimsical old man energy, and so he's funny. Like, he's the other character I would say that's funny in the show besides Leorio. Well, Leorio is comic relief who's not trying to be funny, while Netero does seem to like just make jokes for the fun of it. Like, he is about having that fun. I guess you could say maybe even close to maybe Iroh from whatchamacallit? Avatar. But anyways, enough of that. Yeah, so Netero. For starters, one thing that is weird. So another thing that is about me with characters that I am really a fan of, I am a fan of damage. I am a fan of damage. And Netero has that damage in him. Oh. I'm sorry. Well, actually, not only that, another thing I like, his super. This super right here, great. Just lock people down either in combos or just to damage and whatnot. Because this is a game that people will constantly call assist out. Did you call assist out? Cool. Hold this. Well, actually, I think that works like that. Let me actually, like, confirm that. Alright. So let's see if that actually works like that. Oh, well. Yeah, you get both of them. So, also, apparently he teleports away, so that's like helps him. Like, I don't think it's a true reversal, but I don't think if you don't hit yeah, either way, actually, let's try that. Yeah. Did I actually have a input? Oh, okay, that might. Hands. Work hands. Work for me. Oh yeah, so it's not frame one visual because I see. Okay, that's why. Alright, so definitely not frame one visibility, at least for what I'm saying. Cheap viewers on steamboo.com. Remove the space. Yeah, not gonna do that. Whoever touches that in the chat line and whatnot. Anyways, yeah, so Netero? Yeah, Netero, I believe this super can definitely punish. Oh, yeah, like I said, it goes from back as well. So it kind of feels like they meant that for to be both a combo and a reversal tool. I mean, it can also be locked down and whatnot. But another thing also about, alright, see this thing? He has armor. So now, unlike Kurapika, it's not infinite armor, but unlike Kurapika, he can act afterwards. So he can truck through things, and I am really digging that because he can do this. Big fan of that. There's an overhead, which is a knockdown, so easy for combo. A side switch, like, well, I think because they're already in the corner, it's not gonna work. Alright, we'll make this simple. Oh dear. So yeah. So that teleporting ability to mess people up, yeah, or at least cause left and right. Big fan of that. But also, he has a teleport. He's not exactly a full-on mobile character, but he has some mobility, and I am a fan of that. So yeah. Also, I guess the last thing is, now while he surprisingly does not have multi-hitting normals, he has a lot of unique normals, which makes hit confirming still easy, like that. Like that's an extra normal, which staggers and whatnot, and I can do it after my heavy and whatnot. He also has this one, which is once again another laundry move, but this one is jump cancel on hit, which helps with combo stability and whatnot. So once again, really enjoying the versatile tool set he has. And then lastly, the final thing that kind of really made this character just watching the numbers just last thing, because there's this move. So this move actually alright. No, that didn't work out like I wanted. Darn it. Didn't do it properly. Let's see if I can do it this time. So as you can see, this move has, now this isn't technically a reversal, but it's anti-air. So, well, that was probably way too late, but, and on counter hit, they, like this move on regular hit, the opponent can recover mid-air, but on counter hits, they fall down and whatnot. And with how much people like to do their, let's say, it's the air dash, miss up and whatnot, this move will punish people for that. And it just looks like Netero has very good punching. And last but not least, but Netero also has another move that's close to a whip punish move as well that makes me really like him. That is an overhead. As you see, it has some freaking range. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, this move. That move is just so fast that it could just catch people. I mean, it's a combo. It could be used for a combo tool. Okay, actually has a property of ignoring ground bounce limit, because this game does have ground bounce limits in combos. At least that's what I've been told. And it looks like that is the case, because actually this move also does ground bounce too, and whatnot. You can see, can pick people from ground bounce. And one fun technique that people like to do that even I like to do. No, that's not gonna work from that. Let's try that again. He has a loop in the corner that I am a fan of. If I didn't suck. Yeah, once again I do suck. As you can see, yeah, and Netero can pick up from that. And if I have meter, he can kind of loop that. How much? I'm not really sure, but yeah. So all that combined, I really like that. Another thing also that I like is, so right now, so want to do that move, Netero has to be off the screen. Not off the screen, sorry. Like, in order for me to do that, you know, slam that move, I have to hold the art button for 5 seconds, and then it works. Now, here's the thing that I find interesting. Let's hold this right here. Let me hold the button and whatnot. And then once I want to call Netero in, that charge carries over. And this is a game where you can tag cancel into your partner from doing guard and whatnot. Actually, another thing also, this is 4 frames. Like this is a very fast button, which also a lot of, like, it's like one of his best starters. Like, I've been told that if you want to punish, this is the button you want to go with or whatnot. So yeah, once again, a big theme of Netero just having strong punishes, and this is why he is basically my, he's my number 1 main. Gone, I still feeling out, but I'm overall like, yeah, I can see myself playing Gone. I don't think I want these two in the same team, because I feel they can work somewhat. They can kind of work somewhat, but it doesn't feel too synergistic for the most part, in my personal opinion. Maybe I could be something wrong. I'm not really sure about team synergy so much. So I'm not sure if I want them both on the same team, but definitely either I have one team with Netero or one team with Gone. That much is true. All right, this has gone on been quite longer than I had preferred, but well, we're gonna go and try to speed run this. Leorio, the funny guy, everything. I'm gonna say I see potential with Leorio and whatnot. I do like the business attire and whatnot, and he is a funny character. He is like the comic relief character. Unfortunately, one of those unintentional perverts. That's it, unintentional. Usually this tropey pervert character, the one who's like act pervy around female characters or whatever character they find attractive and whatnot. So not fond of that per se. Not that perverts are a problem itself, just he doesn't even act. Let's try. You can be a pervert, but you don't need to be a creep about it. And unfortunately, Leorio falls in that creep category and whatnot. Besides that, gameplay wise, I liked it. What I'm seeing, like, he actually has a lot of multi-hitting moves, which really should speak to me. But mainly, he's also a character that's like very heavily played by a lot of people and whatnot, and that shouldn't be a determining factor. But I have seen so much of him and whatnot. And actually, you know what? Actually, then again, the only thing I really like is he has a homing projectile, and maybe one homing projectile. I did like he has a move that has a lot of armor where he like rises up and then smashes the move down. So I like that armor move, but that's kind of almost about it though. Everything about him I don't really love so much. In fact, people say he's really a lot more of a miss-up monster. Once he gets you on block, he has high-low for days and whatnot, and it's not a thing that really speaks to me. Like, it looks like you definitely want to capitalize on his high lows and whatnot, not try to play neutral or zoning. Like, his projectile is definitely not good for zoning. It can zone, is not geared towards that, I feel. So yeah, Leorio for the most part, actually, yeah, knew not playing potential. I'm going to put not sure, because like the only thing that really makes me really like is that, okay, he has that one armor move that's like a, I don't know if it's a frame one reversal armor move, but actually a lot of character has armor moves. And not only that, but not only that, no, a lot of people just have armor moves. So, and I just see other character has armor moves that even just speaks more to what I want than what Leorio does. So leave that. Bisky. Now, this is the one character who I actually got excited for in the trailer. We're gonna put in the secondary thing, and whatnot. She is another meta character, and she's at least a meta character that I think I still do want to play, even if everybody else and their mother is almost playing her. Because I did say I love Netero for his damage, but if you want to talk a character who's all damage, or it's like the second character that's all damage, it's going between Bisky and also Uvogin and whatnot. There may be some more character who damage I might be underestimating, but these are the most apparent character who does damage, and Bisky does damage. I do like Bisky design, but I have not seen her in the show because she did not appear in season 1 and whatnot. But the thing that did make me interested in her, I mean, she has a nice aesthetic for the most part, the prim, proper looking type and whatnot and everything. But I saw she has a counter, so that counter really looked it nice because she does a counter and then wall bounces people. And besides that, she also has a lounging tackle move that also wall bounces and whatnot. But then that's kind of where all my watching. Another thing I do like about her character, I like that she's the subversion of, she looks like a petite little girl, but then when she transforms, she's a big character. So, she's a big character, and she has very big ears, or is it just me? No, it's just me. But yeah, when she does transform, she is a very big character. I could just keep saying she's a big character, but I have to show it, right? That'd be the smart thing to do, right? So I do like this. We got bit buff with this. I am a fan of this because I'm so tired of the twinkish character and whatnot. So I like that they made Bisky into a big buff type character when she transforms and whatnot. So I'm a fan of that. This move, if I'm correct, has armor. So I like you know what, let's not do that. I'm not sure because we both. Well, they say this move has armor. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. But then she has this. So I am generally a fan of counters. Like, so her having a dedicated counter is really freaking cool. Granted, this is also the game where we have this as well. So some people say maybe even consider reductive and whatnot. I'm not really sure per se. But I do also like that even as assist, it works as a counter as well. Like if I do it correctly, let's see. Yeah, so as a counter, because again, actually this is a team game, and I haven't really found characters who has assists that I love per se. But if there's one thing I do like an assist is I like defensive based assists, and her having a counter, I understand and whatnot. But then that's kind of where it stops at that point. Like I like those features, but once again that's where it stops. Because she is actually more of a tank who she's not even a tank. She's more like a 18-wheeler that doesn't stand still. She basically just rushes in, destroys you in one touch if she can and whatnot. She's not trying to really play like some type of footsie-like game and whatnot. Probably not even really designed well for that and whatnot. So, yeah. So, at least for right now, I got in the secondary and whatnot. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... No. Secondary is where I'm going to put right now. Kind of do like her character, and she has a counter, so I like that. Uvogin. Basically, I paid this character no mind whatsoever for the most part. Don't really care for his design. Apparently he gets jobbed by Kurapika really hard. Spoiler, I guess. But then not only that, I mean, he kind of is somewhat closer to the grappler archetype. I think he does do the biggest damage. He does have a super that's unblockable, which is kind of it's neat, I guess. He only has like 2 things that made me kind of really like him. He has a shout move which basically deletes all projectiles, which is kind of cool. Not deletes all, but at least deletes some uncommon projectiles. Besides that, he does have a bona fide counter, which I think he's allowed to act immediately afterwards. So that's like the one thing that would make me really want to play him, but I don't care for everything else about him and whatnot. Granted, if I didn't have like these tools already, like if I didn't have Netero, if I didn't have Gon's tool set, or even Bisky, then I would have been considering Uvogin a lot more. But because of I got so many other characters to choose that kind of plays closer to what Uvogin does, yeah, I pretty much thought with him. Maki, this girl right here, she has mobility. I do like the fact she has mobility. Not only that, she also does have. Let's see now. She does also have something else I do kind of love about her. She has traps. Once she does have mobility. Everybody, no, so she has mobility. Ninja character mobility almost synonymous with one another. Once I did like, so she has these. Okay, actually, you see that motor here, and on that it adds something to people, but probably that's what I was looking for. So as you can see, she has this. Now I thought she could do multiple things, but no, it looks like it's just a tackle. But I think she can still act out of it. Can she still act out of it? No. Okay, so with that one, well, that one's up there. But as you can see, she can sort of use that as a mobility tool and whatnot. But nothing about that. The thing that did make me start considering her more is this. This is a trap. So if the opponent gets near it, it hits them. So I'm actually becoming a person who's generally a lot more of a bigger fan of traps as opposed to full art zoning. I like that I can like set something and then just occupy a space for a period of time and whatnot. I'm such a big fan of those type of tool set. But she also has another thing that's also kind of interesting. So she has something similar to Hisoka, where if the opponent is tagged, you can pull them in. I'm a fan. This also even works with that. And with traps, which she can really start making some trickery stuff happening with that, which I am a fan of. So, kind of a fan of that. Another thing I'm also a fan of, she got this. Something that's like, so it looks like she does have things that's like retreating stuff and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if she really is a mix-up character or she is kind of a tricky movement character. It's kind of hard to say. Like when I think of tricky movement character, something that does come to mind is something like Morel from Natural Plus Blaster, or let's say, well, yeah, there you go. I get very Natural Plus Blaster vibes from Muramasa from Maki. So I see some potential with her, at least for the most part. But I'll just say yes, I am not crazy about her combo structure. It does look a bit overwhelming, which I'm not sure if I'm down for. But otherwise, yeah, the trap, that, and at least the mobility and whatnot is interesting of her and whatnot. I have to see how she kind of develops as a character a little bit more to say whether I like her. She also didn't appear in the show, and she only appeared in the show like one, and that was like to like do some minor role of fixing Hisoka, but that was kind of like it. So character-wise, no idea what she is as a character. All right, Chrollo. Nah, I'm good. I mean, I do think he looks cool. I haven't seen him in the show, but if you want to talk about a character who's always on screen, it's Chrollo. And to be fair, I can see why. He does basically commands the neutral, which is something I should really like. But he has almost really no defensive capability. It's rather he lives and dies by his level 2 install. He has an install super. I guess a lot of people say he's like Virgil. He's like Virgil from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And even though I do play with Virgil, it is less because I do kind of like Virgil because he's EI style, and I do like EI sword style characters and whatnot. But I do like Virgil's mobility. Like Virgil does have some pretty fucking good mobility and long normals. Chrollo kinda has that, but he mostly just has the install that demands you respect them all the time during install, and not necessarily exactly like Virgil. And otherwise, like, I don't see any of the defensive capability. I don't think he even really has armor move outside system mechanics. So it's like, yeah, I don't really care. So him. I have not. Well, actually, if we want to talk a character who's really like Virgil, I think that's actually what Feitan is closer to. But I also haven't messed with Feitan as well. So, like, I've not played them in training mode, and one reason why is because just so many characters did kind of start looking very interesting and whatnot. So, Feitan, I haven't really messed with much. I guess we could maybe check that real quickly. Cause I haven't even seen too many people play with Feitan either. But I also just kind of feel like this is probably not gonna be a character for me either. I mean, I make that assumption. I'm not sure that is like one thing I did at least notice is they have teleportation and whatnot. So I do think that's kind of cool. Like, that's not even like. Let's just go to my command list. All right. Unleash a series of continuous slashes. So multi-hitting move, not terrible, but I would prefer Gong's version. Can be countered to from all arts on hit and guard. So yeah, this is something that looks more closer to a mix-up tool. Instant, yeah, that's that mobility. The teleport looked interesting. Causes a crumble, cool. Yeah, like the more I look at more, this just feels like this is more of a. I don't want to go for say whiff punish, but just overall feels like they're just more of an aggro focused character thing. Not exactly I'm crazy about. Like, yeah, I don't even see anything with armor and whatnot, and I am like I'm very much on that. Like, I want my freaking armor. I did heard that apparently when they got lower health that they do get like somewhat stronger, like other stuff, but otherwise, yeah, like fighting, just not really. Actually, yeah, I mean, don't even want to say this. I'll say this: if I had to have a rush on character, I could see that. But no. He's a lot more. Like, he's not even the whiff punish type I would think that I prefer. He very much is. All right, you locked down. Let me miss you real quick with the cross up and whatnot and everything. So yeah, he is trying to be a big risk. Here's my second, my third sub. Actually, he pretty much is kind of in the main so far, but he may also drop down. Actually, no. You know what? So we're doing a little adjustment. Door Dawn, gone and whatnot. Sorry. So, actually, yeah, I decided to upgrade Netero to main because when I was messing with the game, I still wasn't sure because one, this is a team game. So I'm like, okay, I like Netero. I'm really feeling Netero, but who are the other characters I'm going to play with? The other character I decided to mess with, Meruem. I think that's how you find it, Meruem or Meruem. I'm gonna go with Meruem for now. Cause I hear someone say Meruem. I think it's Meruem. I think it's Meruem, so I'm gonna do that for now. But Meruem. So yeah, Meruem definitely. Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck it. Right now, this is actually The current team I'm running right now is actually Kurapika, Netero, and Meruem. And whatnot. But I'm going to tangent. Let's actually get back into the so Meruem. I didn't think this character was going to be my thing when I saw the initial trailer. I do like their air dash. It is kind of pretty freaking cool. Like they have this as an air dash. I like that personally, but I really didn't think that'd be my thing. But one of the first things that I was surprised to learn about Meruem that I really didn't like is they got reverse beats. That's his heavy. This is his light. He can do that. Really freaking cool and whatnot. One thing I also like is, hey, see we got that, and he can go backwards. Maki cannot go backwards. Hers is primarily a combo tool. Meruem can tackle him. Okay, I didn't hit. All right, let me retreat. So if Meruem wants to retreat, he can do that. If I get hit, all right, we're cool. We're doing a full-on combo. So I do like that as well. Oh, and Meruem, I don't know how he is as a villain. I mean, I've seen highlights of him. I mean, he's a villain. Or at least he's a Chimera Ant, King royalty. He acts with that higher than thou attitude. So, I mean, I kind of like characters like that, like Frieza and whatnot. People more or less assure him with Cell, which is kind of fair because both are like bug themed and whatnot. But Meruem definitely seems to have more of a. Don't even say Frieza. No, because irregardless, character-wise, I mean, design-wise, I don't hate his design. I mean, it is distinct, so that's cool and whatnot. But anyway, back to the character. So yeah, have this move. Very much a fan of. I mean, we also do got range. Well, sort of. Yeah, I mean, we got respectable range. We got respectable range. So kind of fan of that. That's nice. This I am a fan of. So I am a fan of this and whatnot. Also, from what I understand, people say his super is very good at just destroying people's life because it's just a bit beam, does huge damage and whatnot, 230 damage. It apparently lights up assist, so that's really cool. But the real showstopper, this King Stance. This move right here, as you can see, armor. Alright, you know, but we've seen a lot of things with armor. But then he has follow-ups from those armor. He has 3 follow-ups. This. Now, to be fair, I wasn't like, oh, multi-hidden move, cool. But the fact that he did it out of this is really nice. But then, like, another thing I also say, I like when I have multi-hidden moves because it helps me with confirming. And this is one of those multi-hidden moves that you probably can't even do in neutral because, like, because another thing about this stance is you can also cancel out of it. So I don't have to full on commit to it. As you see, it counters because he wasn't able to afterwards. At least I think he's not. I mean, he probably has some follow option, but yeah. So I don't have to stay in stance. Unlike Netero, which he does have stance, but he has to. But it is a commitment. He can't like. He had to commit to his follow. Netero doesn't have to commit. All right, cool. Got the stance, cool. Not sure if it hit. Like he has a pretty easy, good pressure reset and somewhat staggered game. So quite a fan of that. And then he has this. He does have a teleport move, but one that's an attack. Not if they're in the air though. I don't think it works if they're in the air. Oh well, it does catch it. Oh no, that does catch people. It has quite a reach. And this move does knock down LT. Oh, that's the thing. This move also LT. Yeah. So I don't really deal with a lot of lockdown because I usually don't play that type of way when it comes to my versus game. But if I had to have a lockdown, like somewhat character or at least assist, I got this. So I am a fan of that and whatnot. And the fact that he has a teleport and with quick gear, I could do that. I can make it to a pseudo teleport, essentially. So that really is. Give me a second. Sorry, I got distracted. So really, really enjoying that. Pardon me for a second. Sorry about that. Just reaching out to the special person of mine. Anyways, so yeah, how's that? So with punishment, like, you know, I could look up on point like, are you doing something? You doing something? You doing something? Oh, did you do something? Cool. Here's that. Oh, did you block that? Cool. I got that. Fake out. I can do something else now and whatnot. So really digging that. And then last but not least, he has something else too. Oh, well, I don't think that worked like that. He has another armor that actually is a straight up get the fuck off me. What is there not to love about this? I don't think that's frame 1, but if it is, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a frame 1. Which, thankfully, because, I mean, I think he can. Actually, on counter hit. Actually, that's not that. I can teleport into that. No, actually, no. Okay, that confirmed, great. Like, he has the flexibility to help make confirming things very easy. So I'm just all for that. Oh dear. Oh, that's right. I'm pressing the wrong button. Do that. Alright, so I probably will have to use quick. Oh dear. Okay. Can he quick? Okay, so you can't quick the ear. So yeah, so I could do this, which one armor, again, love armor, but it's also a big area of effect armor. Also, how much that is? 150? Good, that's a good starter, I think. I don't know if it's scaled, but 150? Yeah. So one, a lot of times people will, in these type of games, you will get surrounded and whatnot. And this move thankfully goes, nah, get off. Nah, we ain't about that enjoy. We ain't about that noise. So, yeah, like, even though I know I mostly want to always play with Netero, Meruem is coming very close. I just want to always keep playing with Meruem too and whatnot. Okay, he has this, which I do like. I'm not sure if it's actually like invincible or not, but I wonder. If it is, that is kind of cool. Oh, I mean, this is kind of like, well, that's that too. The thing that is tricky though is combo is a bit on the tricky side, but not terrible. It's like, no, tricky, but not insanely hard. Like right now, you're having hard trouble with combo is kind of Kurapika so far, but yeah. But Meruem, really digging him. Yeah, just digging him. All right, Genthru. I like how you have an interesting level 3, and he does have assists that he calls out, so he can do some modern zoning, but I do like that he has moves that's kind of like hit people and like I know how they said his moves can be jump cancel. No, he has a very fast move, but he does seem like he's more of a rush down focused character. So definitely not for me. Now this guy is, he actually has some pretty cool zone ability, but he's also kind of in the. Alright, if I had to play a set play character, which it was like, he does seem like he has one of the strongest set plays, at least sort of going on, maybe outside of maybe Bisky and whatnot. I do like Razor's set play, and again, don't know any of these characters, whatnot, but he does have like assists just like him, but his assists are more of combo fodder. His is set play, so pretty neat, but not necessarily me. Morel, character that's very popular, very big buttons, and does have an armor move. But that's like one armor move, but that's kind of, like, he has good bit zoning, but that's about it. That's not much flexibility. He does do damage, absolutely, yes. Actually, he does have a good reversal super in the twirling move, I think. And I think maybe that is actually a full frame 1 invincible move, maybe. I think. I could be wrong and whatnot. But not really grabbing me, if you will. Now, Kite, really like distinct art style, like their design. Very distinct with the long white hair. I like that he's one of the few characters with no big nose. He has a design that reminds me of Kaiji from Ultimate Survivor, an anime I haven't really watched, but heard really great stuff about it, and I have seen the design. He's a zoner, and he does have some big freaking buttons and whatnot, and everything. I haven't full-on played with him yet, but if there was a full-on zoner I would play, it would be Kite and whatnot. Yeah, I really like his design. I like how it's somewhat simple, but definitely still very distinct and whatnot. One thing I do know, like, I haven't seen him in the anime, but I've seen clips of him and heard some of his lore. And one thing I do like about his lore is he is kind of like a father figure to Gon, and I just kind of get very big about characters who are like mentor / parental / guardian figures. Because Gon, out your father, is an asshole. He's a fucking asshole. Fuck you. Anyways, but yeah. So that's how that works? Oh, so that's how people... Okay, I know. So yeah, Kite, Zona. I mean, look at that gun. Zona. Oh, can he actually from that? That's cool. Ooh, that was kind of fun. That's kind of fun. Tightening that and then doing stuff. So yeah, we got the zone. Oh, that's also playing too. Yeah. So yeah, if I had to start playing the zoner, Kite might definitely be that character. I don't think he has any armor moves, but the zoning kind of doing it for me. Projectile invulnerable for set period on startup can be used to cancel to Nen attack on hit and cancel to certain arts on block, hit and block. So once again, kind of a fan of that. So yeah, I see the projectile. So is that an overhead? I cannot tell. I mean, it's a good underground hit move and whatnot. Oh, he has a retreating one? See, yeah. See, I am a fan of that. And he can dash, yo. Yeah. Oh, yes, that too. Yeah. And then lastly, he does have a super that is unblockable. That's an unblockable super and whatnot. So yeah, Yeah. Where did I got Kite? Where did I put a homeboy at? Yes, he's definitely secondary and whatnot. Close one. I do like active zone right now. Like he'll be the full-on active zoner that I'm willing to play with, but I do prefer Kurapika's more retreating, wait for my opponent to either commit to something bad or I push him away and whatnot. Kite is a lot more of the proactive zoner and whatnot. At least that's what it kind of seems like, at least to me. Or that's how I've seen most people seem to play. I haven't seen enough match videos and whatnot, but I am enjoying what I'm seeing. But yeah, and that's my list right now. Right now, definitely Netero, straight up my most favorite character. Then Meruem, definitely my second most favorite character. I need to play more with Gone, but I'm certainly seeing the vision with Gone. Kurapika, right now he definitely is looking to be the weakest character in the game, which I definitely so far are agreeing with. But I think that's definitely going to be potential. The game is going to get some more updates, so hopefully they can get Kurapika to something much more sustainable. Or maybe we need to figure stuff out with Kurapika or whatnot. He is difficult, but I do want to try with him. If it gotta be me who try to make Kurapika work, I maybe want to try that and whatnot. But if Kurapika doesn't work, then I'm willing to fall back on Kite and Bisky. I do like these two and whatnot. Hisoka is like that. If all three of these characters try, even Maki, that's why I got him before Maki, because I probably would rather try Maki as like the next closer thing to like a set play zoner like character, sort of. I mean, she doesn't really have zoning, but close enough, I guess. I mean, with the trap. But in case none of these 3 or 4 work out for me, then Hisoka's like, all right, you know what? I'm confident you will be just fine for me and whatnot. And everything. Or I even put Hisoka as that. All right, I need to just have a third member, but I don't know who. Fine, Hisoka be that character and whatnot. But otherwise, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go see that actually wraps this up, yeah, and whatnot. So far, I am enjoying what Hunter x Hunter is. I have not gone on yet. I might try to do that this weekend. But with that said, all right, that's the stream, folks. Thanks for joining me. Take it easy.